Electromagnetic energy, the element of tachyon, and the Star of David. If one is to understand the spin theory of standing column wave energy patterns, then one must look at the Star of David. This invisible woven grid system develops spin. In fact, you can weave a Star of David so that you can develop a clockwise or counterclockwise spin, which will then move the energy in one of two directions. Balancing the Earth's energies does not take place just because you can spin the electromagnetic field at a different frequency or in a different direction. A clockwise spin can be found at locations where ley lines cross, taking energy away from the physical body of the Earth, while counterclockwise spin adds energy to the field. We must always determine the direction of spin and frequency before attempting to change its direction, and we must also have a clear understanding of what a balanced field is and what is needed to bring about a balanced state. What most people do not realize about the spinning energy pattern is that it incorporates a double vortex energy pattern with two directions of tachyon spiral. Vortex energy carries with it the element of time. Time also has two directions, from the past to the future, representing matter, and from the future to the past, representing antimatter. The counterclockwise motion carries time from the future to the past. Our brain accepts a relationship of time from the past to the future and is in a clockwise spiral. The combination of these two vortices into the Star of David creates a balanced spin in which we deal with the present. By combining these double vortices, or the smallest elements, the tachyon energy can be sped up and controlled. Once one learns to control the spin element within their own electromagnetic field, one can bring the aura into balance and is then presented with the opportunity of developing mind over matter. This is the secret of Tesla's technology and the Caduceus coil. The ancients used the Caduceus coil to move the blocks that built the pyramids, temples and stone circles. They tuned into this energy field with their mind energy. Between the construction site and the quarry, a solitron or ley line of tuned energy was created. A good example of this is the avenue lined with sphinxes at the Temple of Karnak. There are also statues in Egypt of men holding coils. These coils were tuned to the reverse flow of vortex energy generated between two sites. The coils are tuned to the South Pole vortex. The stone to be moved would then be struck by the rod of Ptah, and thus tuned to the South Pole field. Two South Pole fields repel each other. The block could then be levitated down the walkway via the use of energy in motion rather than mass. In this fashion, using levitation and alchemy, the temples, pyramids and stone circles were built. The Caduceus coil and the Tesla coil were designed to generate energy throughout the planetary grid. The grid is a series of major vortices connected by solitrons or ley lines. The American Indians called this system Spider Woman and used the medicine wheel to generate a vortex. Medicine simply means to bring balance and harmony. In 1973, it was announced in the Science Journal of the Soviet Academy of Sciences a discovery of a geometric grid pattern which spans the globe. The line of this grid pattern, they revealed further, are the lattice edges of a great crystal, a crystal that is nothing less than Earth itself. The structure of the planetary crystal is in dual form, an icosahedron made up of 20 equilateral triangles interconnected with a dodecahedron composed of 12 pentagons. Together they are called an icosadodeca for short. In the esoteric wisdom of the Pythagoreans, the icosa and the dodeca are the fourth and the fifth of the five sacred solids known to geometry, each having special characteristics associated with it, which reflect a hidden understanding of energies resounding throughout. The icosa symbolise water, perpetual motion and the colour blue. The dodeca vibrates to the element ether, an all-pervading substance known by the ancients but neglected by modern science, which unites and shapes all material elements. When the Icosa dodeca lattice grid is placed over the surface of a modern globe, one is startled to find that the points coincide with the locations of natural planetary phenomena. First, the 20 nodes of the dodeca lattice pinpoint centres of high and low barometric pressure areas in the Earth's atmosphere, where storms, hurricanes and typhoons originate and move along the crystal edges. Prevailing winds and oceanic current patterns also flow with the grid pattern. The Earth's crystal structure can impose its patterns into the liquid media of the oceans and on up into the atmosphere. What many scientists need to discover is the wisdom of the Atlantean technology of the standing column or wave and solitron energy fields. The Tesla coil, as well as structures such as the pyramid, are simple antennas designed to activate the grid system and power the world with inexpensive energy. The secret of generating power from the worldwide grid system is to develop a way to properly tune the pyramid or coil antenna. At the present time this is not achieved, as not enough scientists have studied the power source called the world grid. The ancient people used the world grid to achieve levitation and worldwide communication. This is why pyramids are found all over the world. The Giza pyramid in Egypt is a coil generator and was built to tap into the grid. The main control panel for this was the Ark of the Covenant. Beneath the Great Pyramid was a flooded area, whose purpose was to set up a ground plane. The primary coil was designed into the pit area, and the secondary coil was developed between the pit and the king's chamber. The capstone was the discharge point. There are two types of Egyptian coil designs, one which is forced energy design similar to the Tesla coil and the other being a passive coil. The passive design is used between the relationship of an obelisk and a pyramid. The pyramid and obelisk generate standing column or waves. The electromagnetic fields created between them cause the energy to flow from one to another via a spiraling arc of energy, of which the frequency can be changed by the angles and size of the obelisk or pyramid. By controlling the flow of the magnetic currents of the Earth, this whole planet could and can be engineered to benefit mankind. Humanity could control the weather, stop earthquakes, cause water to flow out into the deserts and control the electromagnetic fields of this planet. With this type of engineering, cheap energy can be given to all of humanity. If a planned program was developed, then this planet could become a beautiful green garden and a lot more.